This video will give you some more specific advice about putting the finishing touches on your WebQuest. I'm assuming at this point you've created a website and that you're able to go in and make changes to the individual pages. Again, to do this, you click on Introduction, then you click Last Modified, and you're able to change the text on that page. Under the roles, it's a little bit different. When you click Last Modified, you're able to add links, specifically copy and paste links for each of the roles that you've determined. And don't forget there's an add link, so you could add more than just a couple of links. You could add as many as you want. I would keep it between between 3 and 5, or depending on the topic, 5 to 7. It really doesn't matter, at least 3 per role. Remember that the different roles will have different websites for each of them. Under the copyright symbol, you're able to make some larger changes to the site. And this was discussed in the last video, but just to review, you could edit the page settings to change the page name, and also to pick some images if you want to add any images to the page before the text or after the text. I will at the end of this video show you how to create or how to save images from the web, any image you want to add. That's not the most important thing, and I would save that for last. So I'm going to save it for the last part of this video. What I really want to talk about is a review of what should be on each page. This introduction should be very short and just grab my attention. That's the main thing. Get me excited about the topic. Don't tell me what it's going to be about. Don't tell me about the roles. Nothing about, except get me excited about the topic. The task should be very short, only a paragraph, and it should be a couple of things. One is tell me right away your job in this assignment, or your job in this quest or this project will be, as a group of 4, to create a whatever you have them doing as their task. You might even say to research individually the topic of tornadoes, and then create a news report on a tornado that you're going to make up, or something like that. So let them know right away what the task is. The second part is to describe the roles or the different perspectives the students will have. So in your group of 4, there will be this role, this role, this role, and that role. So talk about that briefly. The process is more of a step-by-step. Now this will be more detailed in terms of step 1, get into groups of 4, or the teacher will put you in groups of 4 and give you the role, or you might say, decide in your groups of 4 what role you will take. We will go to the computer lab, and you will have 2 days, a half an hour each, to do your independent review of your role, of the websites for your role. And then and give them specifics like take notes that you will bring back to your group. And then the next part will be in your groups. You will be given time to share what you have discovered independently, and then even talk about, provide them with resources, or give them ideas about what, how they're going to put together their product, their final, what the main task is. For evaluation, let me show you how to do that real quick. I have on Blackboard, under WebQuest information, a link to a rubric for the task. And this is great. You'll be able to look up different rubrics that you will use to grade them. This is not a WebQuest rubric. It's a rubric for whatever their project is. If they're doing a play, you'll have to do a play rubric. If they're doing a presentation, you'll do a presentation rubric. So it's just, it has really good ideas. If they're making a timeline, then here's a timeline rubric. But let's just look at one. And don't worry about adding this information or picking a picture. You just want to generate it. And look at this. you don't have to create your own. This might fit like a presentation that they make as a group. I mean, I'd like you to, let's just copy this, but let me put it in Word, and you'll be able to edit it to make it fit more perfectly to your, whatever the students will be presenting. Let's say you want to add organization content, that's good. Visuals, you'll want visuals. Let's say you're not worried too much about mechanics. I think that you can delete that row. Yeah. And you could also, if you highlight and insert a row and put in your own thing, like let's say you want to focus on teamwork and have that as a category. The group did not work together, more independently presented. Oops. So that is all you need to do to fill out the rest of this rubric to make it fit your specific topic or task. And then copy that. And let's see how easy it is to, I'm going to go to change this page, and I think I could just paste it. Oh, okay, paste it into, yeah, there. Paste it into my WebQuest. So you have a rubric actually in your WebQuest. All right, there it is. So do that. Make sure you don't have to have a rubric, but you need to have some kind of point system associated with the task that they're doing. Another thing that I want to focus in on is standards. You do have to apply Indiana state standards. You could also apply some technology standards. But let me show you how to do that. You could go to indianastandards.org, and I think that's also in your, yeah, this is also in Blackboard, a link to indianastandards.org. And what you can do, I lost it. Well, let me just, oh. I think I had the wrong link. I will make sure to fix that. indianastandards.org is where you need to go. And if you just do a search at the bottom here for slavery, which is my topic, you will see that the indicator's address is 4.17, 5.110, and you can look these up to make sure they fit. That's more independence. The Underground Railroad, 4.1.7. Yeah, conflicts leading to the Civil War. That would be good. You could copy and paste that standard into your WebQuest. You also might want to think about doing just a regular Google search for slavery and Indiana state standards, and see if you could find some other examples of lesson plans or websites that are related to Indiana state standards, and they'll give you the standard. 6.3.2 maybe. So there's a couple ways to get standards, and you don't need a ton. You just need one primary standard that fits your topic specifically, and then a couple of maybe other related standards. So I think that hopefully that'll help you a little bit with your project in knowing what to add to each page. And the next video will focus on how to add the photos.